Greetings. Some people have been claiming that they don't have anything to do with Kemet or ancient Egypt because they are from West Africa. Well, I will show you a glimpse of the relationship between West Africa and Kemet. I will give you the link to this PDF document where you have a lexicon of comparison between the Medu or ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic and Wolof, Dagara, Fulani, Banda, Mandigo, Nuer, and Douala. This is taken from Cheikh Anta Diop's work entitled Parenté génétique de l'Égyptien pharaonique et des langues négro-africaines, which means genetic kinship between pharaonic Egyptian and the Negro African languages. It's from 1977. On the left, in the Medu Nature, now you have the Medu Nature, as you can see here. The character, well, the glyphs, they're not really visible, not bold, but anyway. You have the transliteration. You have the word faire, which means to go or to leave. In Wolof, you have fe, which means the same thing. In Medu Nature, you have meri, which means to love. In Wolof, you have mar, which means to love. Also, to lick. Medu Nature, you have kef, which means to catch a prey. And in Wolof, you have kef, which means exactly the same thing. Now, you have yad in Medu Nature, which means a child. And in Wolof, you have yed, which means to sermon someone, a child. In Medu Nature, you have iba, which means dance. In Wolof, you have yaba, meaning the same thing. In Medu Nature, you have mut, meaning mother. In Wolof, you have mut, meaning to give birth. Now, one clarification, in Wolof, I don't know if it's the same as the Medu Nature, because with the Medu Nature, the letter W is the sound U, and the T is underlined. So the Wolof speaking people, if they don't mind, will be able to tell us in the description section what this underlined T stands for. What is the sound of the underlined T and of the letter W? Now, there are so many other examples between the Medu Nature and the Wolof, but I don't want to make this video too long, and plus you will have the link to this PDF document. So here we're looking at a comparison between the Medu Nature and Dagara. Dagara is a language spoken in the north of Ghana and in Burkina Faso. So, in Medu Nature, you have di meaning provisions. In Dagara, di meaning to eat. In Medu Nature, you have irt meaning eye. In Dagara, you have jir meaning to look. In Medu Nature, you have nu meaning to see, to look. In Dagara, you have nye meaning to see. In Medu Nature, you have nui, meaning water. In Dagara, you have niu, meaning to drink. In Medu Nature, you have menu, which is the god Min. In Dagara, you have the word Muin, which means God. As you can see, there are a few other examples, but I want to Make this brief. Now, comparison between ancient Egyptian, Medunecher, and Pular. Pular is Fulani. Now, the Fulani people are most, they are damn near everywhere. Now, Medunecher, you have Fak, which means to be shaven. In Pular, you have Fug, which means to shave. Medunecher, you have Medjet, which means the papyrus roll or a book. In Pular, you have Majata, meaning written document. In Medunecher, you have Sef, meaning to cut. In Pular, you have Suf, meaning to cut. In Medunecher, you have the word Ser, meaning a lock, as in the hair, or braid. Actually, it's more braid. In Pular, you have Sor, which means to braid. Moving right along with another language. Comparison between the Medunecher and Banda. Banda is a language spoken in the Central African Republic. In Medunecher, you have Ak, which means to perish. In Banda, you have Aka, which means to be tired, sickness, something bad. As a matter of fact, I forgot to tell you that for the Banda is taken from Theophilo Benga's work from 1993. If I translate the title, is Common Origin of the Ancient Egyptian, of the Coptic and the Negro African languages, modern Negro African languages. Now, for the Pular, I'm not sure if I told you whose work it was, is Abu Bakri Musa Lam. And the book is The Egyptian Origin of the Fulani People. And for the Dagara, that's Theophilo Benga from the Ankh journal. As a matter of fact, this PDF is hosted on Ankh Online's website. That's the website for the Ankh Journal. And the Ankh Journal is, the director of the Ankh Journal is Theophilo Obenga. So we were at Banda, that language from the Central African Republic. Medunecher, Tep, meaning head. Banda, Tiba, meaning roof of the body, therefore head. Medunecher, you have Iker, meaning excellent, perfect. In Banda, you have Akra, meaning to be intelligent. Medunecher, you have Irt, meaning eye. Banda, you have Allah, meaning eye or sight. Medunecher, S, meaning her, she or her. In Banda, Se means him or her. Medunecher, S, meaning man. Banda, Kose, meaning man. And now, comparison between Medunecher and the Mandingo. This is from Theophilo Benga's work. The same book when he is comparing the Medunecher, the Coptic, and the modern Negro African languages. Now, Mandigo is spoken in Mali and in Guinea. In Mejunature, you have Ba, which means soul. In Mandigo, you have Be, which means the fact of existing or to be present or to be. In Mejunature, you have Bin, which means to be bad. In Mandigo, you have Bono, Bone, which means bad or misfortune. In Mejunature, you have Di, which means to give. In Mandigo, you have Di or Di, which means to give. In Medunature, you have Deg, which means hide or to hide. In Mandingo, you have Dogo or Dugu, which means hide, to hide. Now, we're moving to another language, and you can see that I'm skipping over many examples, and now we're comparing ancient Egyptian with Nuer. Now, Nuer is a language spoken in the Sudan, and this work is from this comparison is from Theophilo Benga, the same book where he deals with Medu-Neter, Coptic, and Negro African languages. Now, in Medu-Neter, you have Nek, which means to copulate. In Nuer, Nak means to love. Medu-Neter, M means who. In Nuer, Mi means who. In Medu-Neter, you have the word Mut, which means to die or dead. In Nuer, Mot, meaning sacrifice for dead. Medu-Neter, Many, which means the death. In Nuer, Moon, which means tombstone. Not tombstone, tomb. Medu-Neter, N, meaning because. In Nuer, Ni, meaning because of. In Medu-Neter, Ren, meaning name. In Nuer, Ron, meaning to call. Medu-Neter, Remech, meaning man. Nuer, Ram, meaning a human person. And now moving right along, comparison between the Medu-Neter and the Douala, which is a language spoken in Cameroon. In Medu-Neter, you have hair, meaning face. In Douala, you have Oho, or also meaning face. In Medu-Neter, you have Ha, means the backside. In Douala, you have Hua, or Sua, meaning the backside of the house. In Medu-Neter, you have Demi, meaning touching or to reach. In Douala, you have Dome, meaning to reach or touching. You have other examples that I'm scrolling through. And I think, then the next is Greek and French, which I will not deal with. So I hope it was not longer than 15 minutes. That's 14 minutes and 45 seconds. So that's great. I will wrap this up on the 15 minutes. So everybody can marinate on that. Okay? In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will definitely have back at you later.